Royal Rebels, an unlikely love story, part 2. Now I have actually seen the documentary on Netflix about Märtha Louise and Shaman Durek, and I love it. I really love it, because even though they are not kind of in charge of everything that comes up, because when you make something you have to make it a little bit on the edge. It is pretty much where the culture in Norway is. So it's not so long from the truth. Even though what the Durek say about the king, that they had some eyes on him and he felt judged. Maybe the king did, but they are in a generation of their generation, and we know that there are generational conflicts. And he has also been out in the press apologizing for the racism that Durek said is in Norway, and he has been bullied and has felt the racism on his body. And racism is the same as condemning all this judgment we put out. So we use it as a label, racism. It's just because of you are black or you are white, but racism is in its essence, we are shaming someone because we judge them. So it is judgmental. And it is a paradox that Norway, Sweden, Denmark, the Scandinavian people are known for the Jante Law, the law of Jante. And this law is like, you mustn't say that you are someone. You mustn't say that you are good at someone. You're supposed to play small, 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 and you use a lot of sarcasm. And in this sarcasm, you ridicule people. You kind of, if you want to hurt someone, you take it behind sarcasm so that you can judge them. So the culture in Norway is exposed, and that is amazing, because we have to see the Jante Law for what it is. It isn't serving us. It is playing small, and we become sick, because the Norwegian culture, when you see about the Jante Law, it actually makes us sick. It makes us judge, it makes us bully, it makes conflict. And most of the Norwegians are the opposite. We have a big heart, we want to do good things. So it is kind of a paradox that we also have this inherent Jante Law. And I think that when I have gone into this pattern, it is about First World War, Second World War, all the poverty, because we have experienced so much poverty, and we have experienced poverty in so many countries. And I cannot say why exactly the Scandinavian people went into the Jante Law because of the poverty, because poverty means that you are in lack. You don't feel worthy enough, so you feel kind of ashamed. And Jante Law is a shame culture. So we have this shame culture, and this is what Durek have felt. And Märtha Louise also, she's a highly sensitive, just like me. And I think it is interesting to follow Märtha and the king house, the royal house in Norway, because Crown Prince Haakon, her brother, is the same age as me. Märtha is 2 years older. So I have followed them all my life. So, and in Norway, we look up to our royal house because they are so amazing. And they are amazing because what they have done for several generations, they have chosen love above royalty, kind of, because King Harald chose Sonja, and she was not a royal, she was an ordinary girl, and his father said you cannot choose her. So it was a fight in their home, and he said, I will not marry anyone if I cannot marry Sonja. So they fought for their love. I think it was 9 years they was in the battle behind the scenes, and then finally he got his Sonja. And so they have felt it on their own body, fighting for love. And Märtha have fought for love. First man, Ari, it wasn't so judgmental as it is with Shaman Durek, and that has probably something to do with he being black, I don't know. But he was an outsider. Ari Ben was an outsider. He wasn't a normal Norwegian as we would put it in a box. So he was creative, he was a free spirit, he was so free that it threatened the Jante Law in Norway. So Märtha have chosen love. 2 men, and we know that she loved Ari, we know that she loved Shaman Durek. And also Princess Haakon chose Mette-Marit. Mette-Marit was also from the ordinary people, not with blood, blue blood. So it is kind of our royal house. It is an amazing symbol. Oh, I feel it so much in my chest. It's opening. It is so much love in the Norwegian royal house. So I love the royal house, and it's much better than the political. We don't believe in the political people because they are corrupted. It's kind of, they have a agenda behind, and they are not fighting for love. But our royalty house have fought for love, just like Meghan and Harry, and like Princess Diana also. But that's another story. The story of Diana was that she was witch hunted with the media, and what they did to her, it actually costed her life, because the media followed her. She wasn't allowed to have privacy, and so we see the same repeat. Meghan and Harry some years ago made a Netflix, and then it came up, and Meghan spoke publicly on Oprah, and maybe Shaman Durek and Märtha will do, I don't know, but I really love them. They are so amazing role model for humanity, not for the Norwegian people, because Shaman Durek, he's not a Norwegian, even though he probably will have a Norwegian citizen, I don't know. But that doesn't mind, because as he says so beautiful in the documentary, I'm here for humanity. I'm the shaman for humanity. And I read some critics from the Norwegian press, and they say, he's saying he's from the people. He cannot, because we are paying for his clothes, we are paying for so he's getting so much critic. But what Märtha and Durek actually do, they are triggering people, and in triggering we get our shadow side up. So instead of seeing ourselves, we point finger. So when we understand how our psychology is programmed, we are programmed to think in certain ways. We understand that when we judge them and when we criticize them, most of all we criticize ourselves, because everything starts from ourselves. So actually everyone that criticize and say a lot of harmful things actually tell us what state of living they come from. So I love Märtha and Durek, and this isn't the last we hear from them. It's 1 year since they got married, and now the documentary, and it will be more and more. And Märtha, what she is very good at is English. She speaks brilliant English. She is highly sensitive, so she also connect with spirit. Both of them are connected to their soul contract. So they are so intertwined with their soul contract, and they teach humanity and invite them to the next level divinity, the same as I do. They have a royalty role, and so it is actually easier for me, because they are kind of in the really the front line, because they have so big audience, and then it is easier for me and others that do the same in our scale to bring up all the darkness that we have created, the hell. So I love this documentary. Someone said in the Norwegian press that I don't encourage you to see it. It is waste of time. But they tell that, okay, they tell where they live from. So if we go back all this programming, we understand that all this is how we have learned to think. It is our program. We are programmed with judgmental, with Jante Law, with condemning, and this is the old culture and the old facade that is now cracking. So we are waking up to become homo luminous, and they are an amazing couple showing that love survives everything. And they show us how we can live when as the new Homo luminous, as more light. And also what I love about the documentary is that Märtha said that some days it's really hard. She feels depressed because the pressure from the media and people that are so mean. She really feel it, and she have to go to the horses and go and with animals and not being so public because it is hard on her. So being so honest, and the same with Durek, also being honest. He say, I have a big ego. Yes, he have a big ego. That's his personality. And his whole contract, he had to have a big ego. He couldn't do the task he has signed up to do without a big ego. So we think that big ego is bad. No, not if it is in balance. And actually what Shaman Durek show us, it is an ego that is in balance, even though it is big. We could say Oprah Winfrey, she have a big ego. Look what she have done to humanity. She have really helped people to rise. She has been my role model since 1990. I found her in the beginning of 1990 on television, and it's like, wow, I love that woman. And listening to her show really brought me connecting to my source, to my divinity. So, and Shaman Durek do the same in his terms. So yes, they are amazing beings that really helps us to rise as a species, going from Homo sapiens to Homo luminans. So I'm so grateful. Thank you, Shaman Durek. Thank you, Märtha. You are one of the bravest person on earth, and I'm so grateful that you really honor your soul contract, do it so bravely, and the documentary is amazing. Thank you.